a lake or the ocean that you enjoyed visiting. You should say where this place was, what you did at this place, who you went there with, and explain why you liked this place. Answer. Last summer, my family went on a vacation to Cat Ba Island, which is located in Hai Phong City, and I was really impressed with the beach there. To arrive at this destination, we had to take a ferry from the mainland, a journey which lasted roughly 1 hour. Fortunately, I was not seasick. When we reached there, to be honest, the scenery appealed to me a lot, especially the beach. The beach itself was absolutely breathtaking, and the crystal clear water seemed to stretch endlessly to the horizon. In addition, from a distance, huge waves were crashing onto the shore, which sounded like a melody. I was so excited that I just wanted to jump into the sea right away. On the beach, many people were enjoying the scenery, and some were swimming while their children were making sand castles. My family quickly checked into the hotel. We changed our clothes and joined the people there. Actually, this vacation gave me the chance to relax, and all my worries seemed to fall away. Therefore, I hope that we will be able to enjoy more holidays like this every year. Vocabulary. Impressed. Adjective. Admiring something because it is good or beautiful. Example. He never quit until he passed the exam, and we were impressed with his determination. Ferry. Noun. A boat that carries people, vehicles, or goods across a river or a short journey by sea. Example. Some people take the ferry every day to cross Hong Kong Harbor and arrive at work. The mainland. Noun. The main area of land of a country, not including any islands near it. Example. The island is a short journey from the mainland by ferry. Roughly. Adverb. Approximately, but not exactly. Example. I didn't count them, but there were roughly 50 students in the exam hall. Seasick. Adjective. Feeling ill and wanting to vomit when you travel on a boat or ship. Example. During the storm, most of the passengers on the boat felt seasick, and they did not recover until they reached the mainland. Scenery. Noun. The natural features of an area, such as mountains, forests, rivers, when you are thinking about them as being attractive to look at. Example. Many tourists go to Thailand to enjoy the magnificent scenery, especially on the coast. Breathtaking. Adjective. Very exciting or impressive. Example. My hotel has a breathtaking view of the city. I can see all the famous buildings from the window of my room. Crystal clear. Adjective. Completely clear and bright. Example. The sea is not polluted on Cat Ba Island. It is crystal clear and you can see lots of beautiful fish. Stretch. Verb. Spread over an area of land or sea. Example. The desert stretches for thousands of kilometers until you reach the sea. Endlessly. Adverb. In a way that seems to have no end. Example. The road appeared to continue endlessly into the distance. The horizon. Noun. The furthest point that you can see, where the sky and the land or sea appear to meet. Example. When the ship appeared on the horizon, we knew that it had crossed the ocean safely. Crashing. Verb. Hitting something hard while moving and making a lot of noise as a result. Example. The sea was crashing onto the rocks and it was much too dangerous to swim there. The shore. Noun. The land along the edge of a sea or ocean. Example. In some areas of the beach, the shore was littered with rubbish left by tourists. Melody. Noun. A piece of music with a simple, clear tune. Example. The sound of the birds singing in the morning is so beautiful that it is like a melody. Right away. Adverb. Immediately. Example. I would like you to go right away because the shops will close very soon. Sandcastle. Noun. A pile of sand made to look like a castle. Children make these on the beach. Example. The children made 2 big sandcastles and put a flag on top of each one. Checked into. Phrasal verb. Arrived and registered at a hotel. Example. We checked into our hotel and the receptionist gave us the keys to our room. Fall away. Phrasal verb. Gradually become smaller or fewer until they disappear. Example. When I relax with my friends, my worries fall away and I can just enjoy myself. Event from your childhood. You should say what the event was, where it happened. A happy family event that I still remember clearly from my childhood was making chung cake for a Tet holiday at my grandparents' house. What you saw and did. When I was small, our family would get together to make chung cake for Tet holiday. My grandparents had 6 children. Therefore, I had many cousins. And the great thing was that my cousins and I were around the same age. At that time, we were too small to do anything, so basically, we played with each other while we watched the adults prepare the ingredients for the cake. Sometimes we got to eat the leftover food after all the cakes were finished. Tet holiday was the only time of the year that we were allowed to stay up late. One reason why it is so memorable. Although the winter was cold, we all felt cozy inside. We had so much fun together. And explain why you remember this event so well. Since my grandfather passed away a couple of years ago, we stopped our family tradition. In addition, some of my cousins had already gotten married and had their own families, and some had gone to study abroad. Consequently, it was very difficult for us to get together like old times. Missing this special family tradition makes it so unforgettable for me, and I hope we can start doing it again in the future. Remember clearly. To see something in your mind with detail from before. To remember something very well. I remember very clearly where I was when JFK was shot. To be around the same age. To describe when a group of people have similar ages. They are around the same age. In this context, the person and his cousins were young. So maybe they were between 4 and 7 years old. All my classmates who went to the concert were around the same age. Basically, used to indicate that a statement summarizes the most important aspects or gives a roughly accurate account of a more complex situation. So basically, I am one of the best students in the class. Leftover food. The food that remains after you have created something with certain ingredients and don't need any more of those ingredients. Or it is the food that is left over after everybody has already eaten what they wanted. They said they'd eat the leftover food for lunch tomorrow. To stay up late. To stay awake past your normal bedtime. In this context, the child was young, and so staying up until later in the evening was special. My son wants to stay up late every night during the summer. Memorable. When something is easy to remember, or when you actually remember it well. Her wedding was a memorable event for all. Felt cozy, to feel nice and warm and good inside. It felt cozy to snuggle up to my lover in bed. Passed away, to die. My friend's husband passed away this evening. He had cancer. To study abroad. To go to a foreign country to study. Many Chinese students are studying abroad these days. Consequently. As a consequence of. As a result of something. My airplane arrived late last night. Consequently, I didn't make it to the meeting on time. Like old times. Used to describe when something happens like it used to in the past. They danced and danced, just like old times. Missing this event. To miss something means that you wish it were happening still, but it isn't. In this context, he misses getting together with his family to make the special cakes. I was missing our family dinners now that all the kids were away at college. Unforgettable. Something that you can't forget. The Taylor Swift concert was unforgettable.